So the era of Penix has started. Ooh, I am excited for that. So yeah, Kirk Cousins actually did get benched. That's crazy because I thought Terry was all in for Kirky boy. Kirk Pains, man. Absolutely brutal. I am really excited to see how Penix does the rest of the season. Hopefully he's good and not turn out to be a terrible pick, because either way, our general manager is a fucking idiot. Anyways, welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football. We got Week 16 NFL predictions. Only 3 weeks left in the regular season. It is sad, but playoffs are coming up. So, it's going to be a great kind of rest of the season, hopefully. If you are new to this series, I will leave a link in the description down below so that you guys can have that playlist so you can watch every single episode so that you're all caught up, and you'll also have it for future episodes whenever I post them. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Next week I did say I was going to be out of town on Wednesday. Gonna be going to Europe for a while. So, about what that week's gonna be like. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is usually my routine, but since I will leave on Wednesday next week, I will have to move the setup one day back. So the college football stuff will be on Sunday, which will be the 22nd. Yeah, 22nd. Then 23rd will be the Sunday and Thursday games. And then 24, which is a Tuesday, will be the, the Monday games and the predictions. Hope that is clear, and also make sure you hit that red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Make sure to smash that like button as well. So as for week 15, I had a really good week. I went 14-2. So now my overall record has gone to 148-76. Let's get the positive momentum going. Let's get to the games. Kicking this week off, we got the Thursday night matchup between the Broncos and the Chargers in LA. Both of these defenses are extremely solid. They're really good defensive units. It really comes down to offense in this game. I gotta say, with brutal honesty, the Chargers offense does not look the same without J.K. Dobbins. In fact, they're actually worse without him. I say the Broncos are actually going to win this by a score of 21-17. I see it as not being so high scoring because this could definitely be a defensive battle. I see some bit of offense though as well, especially with Bo Nix. I think he throws at least 2 touchdowns, or at least gets 2 touchdowns in this game. I'm not saying the Chargers are bad. They're a pretty solid team under Jim Harbaugh. It's just the offense has struggled mightily. It's going to take a while for Jim Harbaugh's system to fit with the team, but it's not exactly his time yet. Since it is Christmas week, we got 2 Saturday games. First up, Texans playing at the Kansas City Chiefs. Texans do have a lot of weapons on both sides of the ball, but Kansas City Chiefs are 13-1. Like, come on now, you can't exactly bet against them. I say Kansas City wins by a score of 31-28. I see this coming down to the wire between Mahomes and Stroud, with Kansas City coming away with a victory, either with a defensive stop or a game-winning field goal as time expires. Both of these teams are making the playoffs. It's really about seeding. That's really all this game really has. And as well as the other Saturday game, this is the Steelers playing at the Ravens. Pittsburgh won last time, but that was in Pittsburgh. Ravens are definitely winning in Baltimore. I see this being another close game, though. I would say 34-31 is going to be the final score of this game, with the Ravens coming out on top. Steelers are coming off a pretty bad loss to the Eagles, and then the Ravens are coming off beating the Giants. They have a lot of good momentum going, Baltimore does. So they're probably going to use that against their rivals big time. They better just hope that they can defend the passing game for once. Kicking off the Sunday 1 o'clock slate, we got the Falcons playing at the Giants. Into that ugly game against the Raiders, I think the start of the Penix era is going to get off to a great start. I'm not saying it's going to continue to get better, but especially with a quarterback change, what we definitely need is that the Giants have just a horrible passing defense. And I feel like we're going to take advantage of that, as well as that bad defense overall for the Giants. I say Atlanta wins 24-13. This game is going to be closer than people think because who knows what's going to happen with this damn team. Like, Falcons should be beating teams that they end up losing to. They should be losing to teams that they end up beating. Like, you never know which Atlanta team you're going to get. Fellas, get the damn job done. Next up, we got the Lions playing at the Bears. Despite the injuries that Detroit has had in the past couple games, they still can win this game by quite a lot of points. I like Caleb Williams, but unfortunately, he's being held back by his terrible offensive line and the coaching issues. Look, Eberflus was terrible, but Thomas Brown is not any better. I say the Lions are going to win 38-17. This could be closer, but unfortunately, I don't think Thomas Brown is as good as Eberflus, and Eberflus is terrible. Lions definitely need to try to get a power back in the free agency because, oh boy, David Montgomery might be out for the season with that MCL tear. But other than that, I think they should be A-okay. Up next, we got the Cardinals playing at the Panthers, a rematch of the 2015-16 NFC Championship. Arizona wins by a score of 24-10. Is there really much else to say? Look, Bryce Young has a bright future ahead of him, but he needs to get with a better roster because he was set up a failure by Carolina. Bad offensive line, not great receiving core, defense is allowing too many points. Yeah, he needs to either get out of Carolina as soon as possible, or the Carolina Panthers need to get a lot of draft capital to get some talent at the other positions. As for Arizona, yeah, Kyler Murray, James Conner, Trey McBride, all that receiving core, they're sure to have an absolute tear in a breakout game this week. Up next, we got the Rams playing at the Jets in MetLife. A pretty stout defense and a subpar offense versus an elite offense and a pretty bad defense that has gotten some leg in the past couple of weeks. I think you know where I'm going with this. I am picking the Jets, Jets to lose. Yep, Rams are winning this one 28-24. This could be a close game considering the amount of points these defenses will allow. But I think the Rams are looking a lot better than New York is. New York is trying to get a high draft pick like they've been doing the past 15 seasons now. They haven't been good since 2015. They haven't made the playoffs in almost 15 years. It's actually insane. The Rams, however, they are looking like a serious playoff contender right now. I don't know. If they don't win the division, they could be good for a 7th seed in the wild card. Only time will tell. Up next, we got the Eagles playing at the Commanders in Landover. I will say Washington is a good team. It could be making the playoffs right now. But the Eagles are just so damn elite. Yeah, Philadelphia's going to win a close one. I will say 28-27. This could be a 1-point game. I see this going to overtime as well. Yeah, that's how close this game will be. But Philadelphia is 100% going to be winning this game. I can guarantee you that. Their team is just way too good, not only on offense, but also on defense. Washington doesn't exactly have an impressive defense. That's exactly why Philadelphia may go off. Saquon could put up 100 yards again and 2 touchdowns. Up next, we got the Browns playing at the Bengals. If Cincinnati had a defense, this would be a blowout. But sadly, they don't. They would also be an elite team with guaranteed playoff berth if they had a defense. But once again, they do not. It's just so sad to see that Cincinnati is not the same team that they were about a couple years ago when they made the damn Super Bowl, made 2 AFC championships in a row. It's hard to find that out very quickly. This game will be close. I will say about 31-28, but the Bengals are still going to survive. The Browns aren't too much of a hellhole for me to be able to pick them. I'm not going to be able to pull the trigger on that one. The Bengals offense is just too damn elite, and if the defense would actually play some defense, this team would be a playoff team. But of course, once again, they don't have a defense. In order for the Bengals to completely win this game, they gotta have the lead and never relinquish it. In the final game of the Sunday 1 o'clock slate, we got the Titans playing at the Colts. Two not very good teams in the AFC South going against each other. Yikes. I see a 20-17 victory for the Colts, even though, Anthony Richardson probably will have that inaccurate game that he has every single game until he got benched. It's just that the Titans are just terrible. They're just not very good. That's exactly why I'm picking Indianapolis right now. Yeah, sorry Tennessee, your quarterback situation is complete dog shit. Kicking off the 4 o'clock slate, we got the Vikings playing at the Seahawks. Look, Seattle is a solid team, I will say that. But the Vikings are just way too damn good. I say this is going to be an offensive shootout. I say Minnesota wins 34-31. Yeah, the offenses are very solid. I don't know what Geno Smith's condition is. Hopefully it's not a serious knee injury. And if he is hurt, then Sam Howell's going to play quarterback and it'll be even worse. Final prediction, I'm actually going to say 34-21. Minnesota is a top seed contender. They are the least likely to get the 1 seed, but, there is still a chance they can. And as for Seattle, you really just got to hope that you can win the NFC West, because other than that, you ain't making the damn playoffs. Next up, we got the Pats playing at the Bills. Bills win 38-21. This game won't be even close. Is there really much else for me to say? It's literally just Bills are just extremely more talented than the Pats. 1,000 times more talented than the Patriots. Come on, man. This isn't even a doubt. Next up, we got the Jags playing at the Raiders. Blech, this is horrible. Two bottom feeders playing against each other. I mean, it's Mac Jones versus Desmond Ridder. This couldn't have gotten any worse. If you thought Cowboys-Panthers was bad, that Carolina was actually favored in that game, this might be 10 times worse. The fact that it is so bad, this game really is, it's really making this a very tough decision. I haven't picked the Raiders to win in a very long time. I think the last time I picked them was when they played the Panthers and they lost. Let's hope they don't lose to the damn Jags, because I'm actually going to take the Raiders to win. I'll say 17-14. There's not going to be very much offense in this game. And the final game of the Sunday 4 o'clock slate is America's Game of the Week between the 49ers and the Dolphins in Miami. Look, man, the 49ers have a very good offensive defense, but they are just way too banged up. I don't have time to be giving 49ers more pain than they already have right now. Miami wins 24-21. This game is going to be close, but I feel like Miami really has a lot more to play for, and they're going to more than likely win this game. They're probably going to be out of the playoffs anyway, but at least they'll still get a win and have a chance to get above 500. Sunday Night Footballs between the Bucs and the Cowboys in Arlington. Bucs win 38-24. As much as I want the Cowgirls to win this, they just have zero, and I mean zero, chance of winning this game. Cowboys have suffered enough. Scooter, I really do hope the Cowgirls win, but fortunately, they won't. Buccaneers are just way too good for the Cowgirls to even stand. Come on, Dallas. Make sure the Bucs are tied with us in Division 1 we beat the Giants. And the final game of this week is the Monday Night Football matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. Packers win this 27-14. I don't see this game being even remotely close after the way the Packers just handled the Seahawks. Just imagine what they're going to do to the Aints. Sorry, New Orleans, you guys are definitely missing the playoffs this year, especially with all your restructured contracts and having to deal with the injuries at receiver and potentially Alvin Kamara. As for Green Bay, that team is stacked. This team is definitely going to be in the playoffs for sure, and they are still in contention for that number 1 seed, especially in the NFC North Division title. I have a bad feeling that the NFC North, whoever comes out on top of that, is going to be the number 1 seed, more than likely. It also could be the Eagles, but we don't know for sure until the last game is played of the regular season. That's gonna do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash that like button, hit that red subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of these episodes or any other videos if I ever decide to post any. It's the Grizz, that's all from me, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace!